Introduction. The mindset that created Amazon. Jeff Bezos didn't become one of the richest people in the world by following the crowd. His success wasn't about luck, timing, or even having the best business idea. It was about understanding a few fundamental principles that most people ignore. Bezos thought differently, acted differently, and built differently. When he launched Amazon in 1994, it was just an online bookstore competing with giant retailers. But Bezos wasn't thinking about the next quarter or even the next year. He was thinking in decades. He saw where the world was headed before others did and positioned Amazon for long-term dominance. At a time when other CEOs were focused on immediate profits, Bezos prioritized innovation and customer experience. He reinvested Amazon's earnings, constantly improving service and expanding the company's capabilities. While competitors played small, he played the long game. And it paid off. Amazon grew into one of the most valuable companies in history, making Bezos one of the wealthiest people in the world. This book explores 5 core lessons Bezos mastered that led to his incredible success. These principles, thinking long-term, obsessing over customers, embracing risk, maintaining high standards, and making bold decisions, apply to anyone looking to build wealth, create lasting success, and stay ahead of the competition. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an investor, or just someone looking to improve your mindset, these lessons can transform the way you think about success. If you apply them, you won't just make money, you'll build something that lasts. Think long-term. Why Bezos focuses on decades, not months. One of the most defining aspects of Jeff Bezos' success is his long-term mindset. While most businesses and investors are obsessed with short-term results, Bezos has always played the long game. He understood that real wealth is built over decades, not months, and he structured Amazon around this philosophy from the very beginning. When Bezos founded Amazon in 1994, many doubted the viability of an online bookstore. Investors wanted quick profits, but Bezos had a bigger vision. He saw the potential of the internet to revolutionize commerce. Instead of chasing immediate gains, he reinvested nearly all of Amazon's earnings back into the company. This meant years of unprofitability, but it also meant rapid expansion, innovation, and market dominance. Most people and businesses lack patience. They look for shortcuts, quick wins, and immediate rewards. But Bezos understood something powerful. The biggest opportunities are only available to those willing to wait. The Amazon growth strategy. Think in decades. Bezos once said, "If everything you do needs to work on a 3-year time horizon, then you're competing against a lot of people. But if you're willing to invest on a 7-year time horizon, you're now competing against a fraction of those people." By focusing on where the world would be in 10, 20, or even 50 years, Bezos made decisions that others couldn't see the value in. This included prioritizing growth over profits. Instead of extracting cash from Amazon in the early years, he reinvested earnings into technology, logistics, and infrastructure. Expanding beyond books. While Amazon started as an online bookstore, Bezos saw an opportunity to create the everything store, which would sell anything a customer needed. Launching Prime. Free 2-day shipping wasn't profitable at first, but Bezos knew that creating long-term customer loyalty would be more valuable than short-term gains. Why most people fail at long-term thinking. Bezos' approach sounds simple, but most people fail at thinking long-term because they 1. Get impatient. They expect results too quickly and give up when they don't see immediate success. 2. Fear short-term losses. Many avoid risks because they focus on what they might lose rather than what they could gain over time. 3. Chase trends instead of fundamentals. They look for fast wins instead of laying a foundation that will last. 4. Don't trust the process. Real success takes years of consistency, adaptation, and patience. Applying Bezos's long-term mindset to your life. If you want to build real wealth and success like Bezos, start thinking in decades, not days. Here's how. Set long-term goals. Focus on what you want to achieve in 10 years, not just the next 6 months. Invest in yourself. The most successful people don't chase quick money. They develop skills, build expertise, and expand their knowledge over time. Be willing to sacrifice short-term comfort. Growth often requires delayed gratification, whether in business, investing, or personal development. Make decisions with the future in mind. Before making any major choice, ask yourself, will this benefit me in 5 to 10 years? The people who succeed in the biggest ways are not the ones who move the fastest, but the ones who think the furthest ahead. Bezos mastered this principle, and that's why Amazon didn't just become another online store, it became one of the most valuable companies in history. Obsess over customers, the key to building lasting success. Jeff Bezos built Amazon with one philosophy at its core: customer obsession. Unlike many businesses that focus on beating competitors, cutting costs, or maximizing short-term profits, Bezos understood that long-term success comes from serving customers better than anyone else. From the start, Amazon wasn't just about selling books online, it was about creating the best shopping experience possible. Bezos believed that if he focused relentlessly on making customers happy, Amazon would continue to grow, innovate, and dominate the market. Most businesses think about what they can get from customers, how much they can charge, how to increase profit margins, or how to convince people to buy. Bezos flipped that thinking. He focused on how much value he could give. He understood that if you serve people better than anyone else, they will keep coming back. How Bezos made Amazon the most customer-centric company. Amazon's massive success isn't just because it sells a lot of products. It's because it solves problems for customers better than anyone else. Bezos consistently made decisions that put customers first, even when they weren't profitable in the short term. Here are a few examples of how Amazon put customers at the center of everything. One-click purchasing. Bezos understood that people hate complicated checkouts. By introducing one-click purchases, Amazon made shopping effortless, leading to higher satisfaction and repeat business. Customer reviews. Many companies feared negative reviews would hurt sales. Bezos saw them as a way to build trust and transparency, allowing customers to make better decisions. Amazon Prime, offering free 2-day shipping, was incredibly expensive at first, but it locked in customer loyalty, turning casual shoppers into lifelong Amazon buyers. Easy returns. Unlike traditional retailers that made returns difficult, Amazon prioritized customer convenience, reinforcing trust in every transaction. Why most businesses fail at customer obsession? Customer obsession sounds simple, yet most companies fail at it. Why? Because they, 1, prioritize profits over service, they cut corners to increase short-term earnings, hurting customer loyalty in the long run. 2. Ignore customer feedback. They see complaints as a nuisance instead of an opportunity to improve. 3. Get complacent. They stop innovating once they achieve success, allowing competitors to take their place. 4. Focus too much on competition. Instead of delivering more value to customers, they get distracted by trying to outdo their rivals. Bezos understood that great companies don't chase profits, they chase better customer experiences, and ironically, by doing so, profits grow naturally. How to apply Bezos's customer obsession mindset. Whether you're building a business, working a job, or trying to create financial success, the lesson is the same. Put people first. Here's how to apply customer obsession to your own success. Think about long-term trust, not short-term gains. Instead of focusing on quick wins, ask yourself, how can I provide value that keeps people coming back? Be relentless about solving problems. The most successful people and companies identify pain points and eliminate them. Always ask, how can I do this better? Bezos never settled for good enough. He constantly pushed Amazon to find new ways to improve the customer experience. Make customer satisfaction a habit. Whether you're selling a product, providing a service, or managing relationships, always focus on how you can exceed expectations. If you build a business or even a personal reputation on the foundation of serving others at the highest level, success will follow. Bezos proved that the easiest way to make money isn't by focusing on money, it's by focusing on people. Embrace risk and failure, learning from setbacks. One of Jeff Bezos' greatest strengths is his willingness to take risks and embrace failure. Most people avoid failure at all costs, but Bezos sees it differently. To him, failure is not just inevitable, it's necessary for innovation and long-term success. Bezos built Amazon by making bold, risky moves. Some worked out brilliantly, like Amazon Prime and AWS, Amazon Web Services, which became multi-billion-dollar businesses. Others, like the Fire Phone, were massive failures, but instead of fearing failure, Bezos saw it as part of the process. He once said, "If you're not failing, you're not innovating enough." His belief in taking risks and learning from setbacks is what allowed Amazon to continuously evolve and stay ahead of the competition. Why Bezos embraces failure? Most people see failure as something to be ashamed of, but Bezos sees it as a sign of progress. Here's why. Every failure brings valuable lessons. If something doesn't work, it provides insights that lead to a better approach. Big wins come from big bets. The larger the risk, the greater the potential reward. Playing it safe leads to mediocrity. Businesses and individuals who avoid risk rarely achieve anything groundbreaking. One of Amazon's biggest failures was the Fire Phone. In 2014, Bezos launched a smartphone designed to compete with Apple and Samsung. It was a complete disaster, costing Amazon hundreds of millions of dollars. Most CEOs would have retreated, but Bezos didn't. Instead of letting failure define Amazon, he analyzed what went wrong, learned from it, and moved on. Just 1 year later, Amazon launched the Echo and Alexa, which became one of the company's most successful products. The lesson? Failure is only permanent if you let it stop you. Why most people fear risk and failure? While Bezos embraced failure, most people avoid it for a few key reasons. 1. Fear of looking bad. They worry about what others will think if they fail. 2. Short-term thinking. They see failure as a dead end rather than a stepping stone. 3. Lack of resilience. Instead of learning from setbacks, they get discouraged and quit. 4. Over-attachment to certainty. They prefer comfort and predictability over potential growth. But Bezos knew that playing it safe is actually the biggest risk of all. Companies that refuse to innovate get left behind. Individuals who fear failure stay stuck in the same place, never reaching their full potential. How to apply Bezos's risk-taking mindset. If you want to build wealth, success, or personal freedom, you have to take risks, make bold moves, and be willing to fail. Here's how to develop a Bezos-like mindset toward risk and failure. Reframe failure as learning. Instead of seeing failure as a mistake, see it as valuable feedback. Take calculated risks. Bezos didn't gamble. He made smart, strategic bets based on deep research. Fail fast and move on. Don't dwell on setbacks. Analyze, adjust, and keep going. Bet big on high-potential ideas. Bezos didn't waste time on small, incremental improvements. He aimed for massive breakthroughs. Detach your ego from failure. If an idea doesn't work, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means the idea needs refinement. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail often, learn quickly, and keep taking bold action. Bezos mastered this principle, and that's why Amazon kept growing, while other companies faded into irrelevance. High standards. Why Bezos demands excellence in everything. One of the biggest reasons Amazon became a trillion-dollar company is Jeff Bezos' relentless commitment to high standards. He believes that excellence is not optional. It's the foundation of long-term success. Whether it's customer service, product development, or company culture, Bezos demands the best and refuses to settle for mediocrity. Most people and businesses operate at average levels, doing just enough to get by. But Bezos understood that the companies and individuals who demand more from themselves are the ones who rise to the top. The Amazon culture of high standards. From the very beginning, Bezos set a high bar for performance at Amazon. He didn't just want employees who could do their jobs. He wanted people who could push the company forward with new ideas, strong work ethic, and a mindset of constant improvement. Some of the ways Bezos enforced this culture of excellence include the "it's always day one" philosophy. Bezos wanted Amazon to always operate like a hungry startup, never getting complacent, even as it grew into a giant corporation. Writing memos instead of PowerPoints. Bezos banned PowerPoint presentations in Amazon meetings, requiring employees to write detailed memos instead. This forced people to think deeply and communicate ideas with clarity and precision. The bar raiser hiring process. Amazon's hiring process includes a bar raiser, a person whose job is to ensure every new hire is better than at least half of Amazon's current employees. This keeps the company's talent pool consistently strong. Relentless focus on customer experience. Every Amazon innovation, from Prime Shipping to Alexa, was driven by the idea that customers deserve the absolute best. These high standards applied not just to employees, but to everything Amazon did: product quality, logistics, innovation, and long-term strategy. Bezos didn't tolerate average work, and that's why Amazon kept raising the bar in every industry it entered. Why most people struggle with high standards. Bezos' obsession with high standards is rare because most people prefer comfort over excellence. Here's why high standards are difficult for most. 1. They require more effort. It's easier to do the bare minimum than to go the extra mile. 2. Most people fear criticism. Holding yourself and others to high standards means calling out weaknesses and demanding improvement, which can be uncomfortable. 3. Excellence is not instantly rewarded. The benefits of high standards often take years to show, while shortcuts provide instant results, but fail in the long run. 4. It's easier to blend in. Many people prefer not to stand out, even if standing out means achieving greatness. Bezos rejected this mindset completely. He believed that if something is worth doing, it's worth doing exceptionally well. And that applies to both individuals and businesses. How to apply Bezos' high standards to your life. If you want to build lasting success, you must demand more from yourself than the average person does. Here's how to implement high standards in your own life. Never accept good enough. Push yourself to do better, even when others settle. Surround yourself with high achievers. The people around you influence your standards. Choose those who push you to be better. Raise your standards in small ways every day. Excellence is a habit. Set higher expectations for your work, your health, and your learning. Be brutally honest about weaknesses. Instead of avoiding feedback, use it to improve and refine your skills. Prioritize long-term excellence over short-term comfort. Success comes from consistency, not shortcuts. Bezos understood that the world rewards those who demand more from themselves. Whether in business or life, high standards create long-term success, while mediocrity leads to stagnation. The choice is yours. Conclusion: how to apply Bezos's principles to your own success. Jeff Bezos didn't become one of the world's richest people by luck. He built Amazon into a trillion-dollar company by following a clear set of principles: thinking long-term, obsessing over customers, embracing risk, demanding high standards, and staying relentless in his pursuit of innovation. The key lesson? Success isn't about having the best idea. It's about having the right mindset. Bezos wasn't the first person to sell books online. He was simply the one who executed better, stayed patient, and pushed forward when others would have given up. If you want to apply Bezos's principles in your own life, start by shifting your mindset. Think in decades, not months. Success compounds over time. Be patient. Put people first. Whether in business or relationships, long-term success comes from delivering value. Take smart risks. Failure is part of the process. Learn from it and keep going. Demand the best from yourself. Set high standards and refuse to settle for mediocrity. The world is full of people looking for shortcuts, chasing quick wins, and avoiding discomfort. Bezos took the opposite approach, and that's why Amazon is one of the most successful companies in history. If you start applying these principles today, you won't just make more money, you'll build something that lasts, grows, and creates real impact. The choice is yours.